Alright gents, we need to talk. As many of you guys know, back in engineering school, I couldn't talk to girls at all. First of all, there weren't many. But when I would be at a social event or at a house party and there was an attractive female, I was absolutely not able to talk to her. And not only that, I got really frustrated looking at other dudes who were so elegant, so charming, so fluent with it, so unbothered of just, approaching and talking to girls. And it was really frustrating. Yeah, the only way I could talk to a girl was if she got introduced to me by another dude. You in the video? Yes. Hello.
Hello.
What's up? Alright, we got an audience. Yay! These guys are not shy. That's obviously not a good strategy of getting laid, right? So that's why I was a virgin for a while and why my dating success in my teens was like almost zero. Enter cold approach. I found videos online that say you can just talk to women on the street. Oh my god, that's amazing. And it's probably what you experienced as well. Just walk up to a stranger, say a compliment, talk a little bit, get her number, and maybe end up on a date and maybe end up having sex. That's great.
I'm not gonna sell you anything.
So I was motivated, I went out on the streets, I tried to pump myself up, and what happens? Almost nothing, right? You walk, maybe you've experienced this yourself, and you see women that you think, yeah, she's pretty cute, I would approach her, and then you just don't do it. All these excuses come in your mind. And you spend hours and hours and days and weeks not doing the thing, even though you kind of know the thing is what you should be doing, right? Yes, the beginning phase is hard with many things. And it's basically about how big is the upside to go through the struggle phase. The beginner startup struggle phase. Let's say the gym, right? Beginning a new sport, beginning a new skill, or starting to work out is really hard, but you think, okay, I'm gonna be more healthy, I'm gonna look better, I'm gonna lose some weight, I'm gonna get more looks from various people. Maybe the payoff is good and I'll go to the gym. When it comes to cold approach, I would argue the payoff is huge. We're talking about finding your life partner, we're talking about having regular sex, we're talking about becoming a better communicator, owning your shit, becoming a man, right? Manifesting your dream life, which relationships are a big part of, into your future. So the payoff is huge, but the struggle phase is also not easy. So what happens is guys go out, they do like 3 approaches a week and they call it a day, and then they get really frustrated. They don't really make it through these beginning struggle phases. Maybe they get lucky and they get a wingman, so they start meeting up with a wingman once a week. Everybody does like 2 or 3 approaches.
Hey, you know who's got the killer bud? This fucker right here.
Kind of gets rejected. And then what happens is, after kind of like a few weeks or months of this, you start hating on outside stuff. You start hating on women, you start hating on maybe race, you might start hating on yourself, you talk down on yourself, and you start mainly hating on this concept of cold approach. You're saying, it doesn't work, it must be fake. These guys on YouTube who show themselves approaching women and getting dates and numbers and having relationships from this, it must be fake, it must be staged, they must be hiring and paying actors. Comment below if you've ever thought about this and if you can resonate with this. The other issue is, now you find yourself in a downward spiral, in this negative loop where you already have the negative reference experiences and you lack the positive reference experiences. You didn't yet, have this amazing flow state. Maybe you had it once, but not many times, where you just feel social, where you approach, where things flow, where you don't creep somebody out. But you have the negative stuff where you get rejected and where something is off and you're really shy and the girl feels your nervousness. And so every time you go out, you only know the negative and you kind of expect the negative to happen again and again and again. And that's what does happen. You manifest the negative again and again and again. Now, real talk, bro. You're just not doing enough. You are not doing enough. You're not putting in the volume that is needed to make this a skill you possess. You're treating it like some hobby and you have to treat it like a serious endeavor, right? Because the stakes are high. We're talking about you having a life of abundance where you respect yourself, where the women you manifest in your life respect you, where you have a great partner, where you have a beautiful marriage maybe one day, where your children will look up to their father. Or on the other side, option B, you just end up with some girl that is like good enough. you know? And you probably did that in your life already. You ended up with somebody who was like fine and it wasn't good, right? So the stakes are high. You're basically doing the following. You're going to the gym. There's a gym in here, I think. And you go once a week. You sit down on a bench and you take like a pair of dumbbells. You do like a dumbbell bench press and you do like 5 reps at a medium intensity. Right, so it's quite easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a bench. And then you go home and then you do that the next week again, and then you skip a week and then you do it the next week again. And then you look in the mirror and you look at your chest, you look at your shoulders, and you look at your biceps, and you're like, they're not growing, they're the same size. And on top of that, you also, eating chips, you're eating a very low protein diet, you're snacking, you're not tracking anything, you're not really conscious of what you're consuming, just living your life, right? Just living your life. And you're complaining that you're not in shape.
Then why am I doing it?
That's what you do with cold approach currently. You go out once a week, you do like 2 or 3 shitty approaches possibly, and you're telling yourself, oh, I'm doing this to improve my dating life. I want to level up as a man, I want to get a hot girlfriend. And then you get really frustrated because it doesn't work.
No way, man.
Yes, it won't work like that. That's the true reality. It won't work if that's the effort you put in. You're treating it like some hobby that you try out occasionally. It's like me playing tennis. Every 3 months I play tennis once. I don't have expectation to becoming a tennis pro, but I do want to get a great girlfriend and I want to have great relationships, and I just want to be a man who is able to see a woman in the park, on the street, in a cafe, and I want to be able to say hi to her. And that skill needs practice. Now remember, you probably got into this whole cold approach thing in the first place to undo decades of inaction, socially speaking, right? Decades of just conforming to social protocols and standards and being a nice guy and just nodding and smiling and not putting pressure on ladies and just not getting what you want. Years and decades. And you're trying to break out. You're trying to be in some sense, on a warrior path where you take ownership of your dating life. That's why you got into it, right? That's what hyped you up in the first place. And now you're expecting easy, fast results from minimum input. You're treating it like some hobby that you occasionally do when you feel like it. And then even when you do it, you're not really trying. You're just like saying hi to girls, you're not properly stopping them, you're not sitting in the pressure, you're not really trying to close them, you make excuses, you only talk to girls when you really feel like it. You have to take this shit serious, right? And I'm saying this because I've been on a speaking tour. The guys who came, thanks for coming, reminded me of my younger self. Yes, it felt shit. It felt horrible. I felt like a loser. I felt like a loser walking up and down the streets, not being able to approach. I felt like this won't change, but it will if you put in the effort. And if you can't do it alone, you have to find wingman. And if the wingman don't know what to do, you have to find a coach and hire a coach and work in a proper accountability group with a team that can give you the right direction, because it's important, because it's about your life. So let's look at what the right volume actually means.
I know you like the way I pop out. Let's go hit Lennox. Another week, another knockout. A different city.
All right, classroom session. What's the volume you actually need? Now, most men in their entire life do less than 10 cold approaches when it comes to dating and seduction. How many do we actually need to get this skill down? Now, I would argue, based on my 10 years in this seduction sphere and 6 years of coaching, that 500 is a good number to start with. Because what does that actually mean? I'm not talking about 500 approaches in your life. I talk about 500 approaches in the course of 6 months. So 500 over 6 months is the same as approximately 3 approaches a day for 180 days, right? Or what you could also do is 1 approach a day, and then additionally 2 times a week doing a session with like 5 to 10 approaches on top of the 1 per day, right? That's in numbers. Because let's think what that actually means. 500 times doing the following. Imagine that for yourself right now. 500 times properly stopping a girl. 500 times giving a stranger, a female that you think is beautiful, a compliment, a sincere compliment that is specific to her. 500 times sitting in that pressure over the course of 6 months. 500 times trying to find out something about her. So basically leading the conversation in a way where you find something out about her that is special to her, that is personalized to her, that is emotional, right? You're not finding out, okay, she's from the US, she's from Portugal. No, you're actually digging in a little deeper, and she's gonna share with you something she's not sharing with every stranger. 500 times, obviously it's getting less now because a lot of girls left, but like you intend, all the girls who are still here, you intend to close them. You get their WhatsApp, you get their Instagram, their phone number, whatever, and you sit in that pressure of putting yourself out there enough to ask for something, to telling her, hey, you're cool, I wanna see you again, let's hang out, what's your phone number? Then, everybody who does that and is excited to meet you, you're gonna follow up with these leads, you're gonna go on dates, you're gonna try to escalate on dates, and you're gonna take women home. If you do these things, starting with 500 proper approaches, not just weekly saying hi to somebody and walking off after 20 seconds of back conversation, but actually staying in there and putting yourself out there and manifesting that it's gonna work, you're gonna learn a lot. So I hope this video helps because, again, as I said, a lot of guys now are in a situation like I was when I was young. They are aware of the concept of cold approach. They're motivated. It's an exciting idea to be able to reach out in the world and, you know, manifest something into your life. But you have to take it serious. You have to get to this number within 6 months or faster, and really 500, where you reflect what just happened. What could I do better next time? What was really good? What am I proud of? If you need help or you want to describe your situation to me, you find a link below where you can have your first free consultation call. I'm going to tell you an exact strategy that will be custom to your dating situation. That's it. I hope that clarifies a few things and like makes you go, oh, okay, I've just not been putting in enough work. If so, please put a comment below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.
What's your name?
Alex, what's your name?
Antoine.
Antoine, you speak English? Yes.
How's the name of your channel?
Just Alex Leon.
Alex.
L-A-O-N, yes. Oh, you have tattoos like me? Also, wow. You show tattoos. Look here, and yours?
It's me. Looks like a Jimmy.
Like me, yeah?